Sorry, I'm trying to like perfectly position this. Good evening. Wow, I am recording another YouTube video. I haven't been actually. I haven't been on YouTube in about 12 days. No, 2 weeks now, because I posted a little video, but it wasn't like a full video. It was like a good morning, which I really am inspired by those. So I want to do more of those, and this is just like where I'm at right now. So, hi. This is like my little like. This is a nightcap. I use it as a nightcap. I wouldn't put any actual cultural titles on it because I'm a black woman. So this to me would just be something, a protective turban. I don't know how other cultures would describe it. I don't even want to use turban because that is more synopsis with African and Eastern cultures. And because I'm a Western woman, I would just say this is just something I wear on my head at night. But I also do a lot of praying in this head wrap, and I sleep in this head wrap. And then I have my natural like black girl scarf wrapped around my hair as well underneath. This is just protecting like the loose part of my hair. And so anyways, so I just want to get on here and talk about, there's so many things I want to talk about, but there's one thing I do want to talk about, and it is about being a CEO and like being a boss. I think so many times when you're a boss, and I'm speaking quietly because I have a headache and I have my sister making dinner, so hopefully by the time I'm done with this, dinner will be ready. But when you are a boss, I think you go through so many different socioeconomic challenges that there's a lot of things in life that do not scare you, and I think you learn your value and your worth. I think sometimes it takes a long time to really learn that, but I think when you learn it so young, you have to learn everything that comes with that, and that can be the hardest part of the lesson for me personally speaking. And as for other women, I think for women it's easy for us to be like, oh, realize our value, but I think to actualize it and to understand it on a deeper level, you have to understand where the money is moving from and how it's moving to you. And if it's moving from a man to a woman, I think there's also going to be some sort of fees associated with that is not actualized in margin loss. I'm not an economist. I'm terrible. I'm not great at finances. I'm just giving you the political verbiage for understanding finances in any way. But I am reading an article. I'm gonna get to that tonight. But aside from that, I think more deeply this video is about self productivity, and I think as women, we are in a position in 2023 to continue the progress that we have tried to build thus far. And I really feel like we cannot build separately. I feel like if we want to build, it has to be built in a way that is deems us, oh, well, I cannot, sorry, my sister's watching TV in the background. I cannot explain to someone that what they're building is unsafe and not useful. But what I can do, I cannot advise that. I don't think that would be wise of me. But what I can do is tell someone that what they are doing, sorry, my shirt, is inconclusive or inconclusive, non-inclusive, disinclusive. Okay, thank you. I'll be there in a sec. I'll be there in a second. I just think sometimes when you do things, who you are around your friends speaks a lot about who you are professionally, who you are friends with, who you who you choose to uplift as a man or a woman speaks volumes about the personality type that you are and some of the frameworks of minds of thinking that you align yourself with. And coming from someone who has been in the rooms with some of the brightest minds of the future, but also been in rooms with some of the most stressed and unheard and disrespected minds and souls of today, I think we have to take a big step back from where we are, humble ourselves, remove ourselves from to try, because it's impossible. Sometimes we do it without knowing, but to try to do better. That if you truly know better, try to do better. I don't say that this is how it has to happen and this is how you have to show up every day and this is how you should do it. Do not do anything based on what someone else is doing. But you truly be yourself and show up for yourself and grow. I think some of the most beautiful thing in the world is truly watching women grow, be stronger. That's all. And I think when you are that, speaking me to me, when you are someone who is becoming stronger, wiser, more beautiful, and looking around and you're just kind of giggling like they're not getting it, and I try to spoon feed it to them. I try to give it to them clearly, and it's just like you're not getting it. You're not getting it because you're ignoring it. And then me to me, I'm like, oh, but also I'm worried about people who aren't me. I'm worried about people who don't have the education background that I have. I'm worried about people who do not have the social economic experience that I have. I'm worried about people who absolutely do not know me. Because the people who do know me, there's people who do know me and can't stand me. It's because they can't relate. But for people who don't know me, I'm not surprised that you can't relate. I know plenty of people who can't relate to me. What does that do for me? It don't matter to me. I still speak to them the same way. I still try to be as kind and as gentle and as inclusive with them as I can be. And what do they show me then down the line? That I can't be. So yeah. So that's my late night TED Talk, and in the morning, hopefully I'll have another TED Talk for you. Good night.